I love that little lady. Recording
Recording.
in progress.
Um, no, what I was saying though is like, how goofy is that to be talking about fried chicken and watermelon as something to be making fun of people? But like, that's just so childish, you know? Like, that's so goofy.
I have a question.
Hmm.
All right. Have you heard? Okay, so what do you think about nepotism?
I
Do you
mean, I
have any
think it's
thoughts about
fine.
nepotism?
I
Huh?
don't have a problem with nepotism, honestly. Like, if I, like I have a niece.
Right.
Now, it would only make sense for me to employ her if she actually knows what the hell she's doing. It doesn't make sense for me to employ her and she's being a complete idiot on the job. Like that doesn't help me at all. I would, of course, want to make sure she's well trained and well educated, and probably she'll like, shadow me and be my right hand for a while so that she knows the business very well. That's access she would get that probably no one else would ever get.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to be having any random person shadow me unless I just really believe in this person. However, my niece, hell yeah. Now, if she's not, though, if she's not smart and she's not, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
well equipped to run the business, that nepotism is the dumbest thing ever. Like, why would you do that? So, in some regards, I'm like, yeah, it's great. I mean, why wouldn't you look out for you? That's why you build things. That's why you make so much money is so you can pass it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
don't have a problem with it.
I've been following this story from like Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James.
Okay.
So Stephen A. Smith is a sports announcer, and he basically said that LeBron James shouldn't be forcing his son to be, a superstar, and that I mean a basketball player, and that LeBron James is acting like a child because he said that in his last year he's not going to play unless he can play with his son. And
That's what LeBron said?
yeah, he said he's not going to play unless he can play with his son.
Oh,
And
because he want his
so,
son to get on the court.
well, look, the kid was on the court with him at one point, but then he wasn't good enough, so now he's in the B League. And so LeBron's like, if I don't get to play with my son, I'm not going to play. So what is LeBron going to do? Go to the B League and play? He's basically telling the Lakers, if my son doesn't get called up to the big league, to the big show, then I'm not going to play. And so Stephen A. Smith is like, that's trash. You shouldn't do that. You're putting
Mm.
your son in a bad position. And so LeBron came up to him at the game, and he's sitting courtside. Steven's sitting courtside. LeBron comes over here and he's like, "Hey, bro, like, keep my son's name out your mouth." So he pulled
Oh
like
my
a
gosh,
grade
what is all of
Will
this? What
Smith.
is all of this?
He pulled like a low grade Will Smith on Steven, and so that was that. And so
But
this,
why? Like, this is how I know y'all need to go find something else to do. Like, go build some kind of enterprise or something. Like, go do something else. You're bored.
yeah.
Because number one, who- does his son even want that? Like, do we know? Is that what his son? His son is like, Dad, man, I wish I could be out there with you, but man, they don't won't even give me the ball. I'll be out there with you. Or is his son saying that to him when they're in the car? And he like, all right, you know what? I ain't even gonna play unless you on the court. That's dumb because number one is teaching your son not to be a better player. I mean, I heard that Michael Jordan wasn't always great. He had to work really hard, and he did. I'm sure LeBron wasn't always great. He had to work really hard. So
Well,
maybe
I
his
got my
son
opinion about
has,
LeBron anyway, because
I
he's.
mean, but 50,000 points.
I mean, but the thing about this, look, can I just say this real quick?
You could say anything you want.
Okay, so here's the thing. Jordan, I don't know Jordan's dimensions.
That video is still playing.
Oh, okay.
I can hear it.
Let's let it go. Okay. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
So Jordan, right, was a point guard. Jordan was like, I don't know how big Jordan was or whatever he had going on, but Jordan was all up in the paint, finessing. He was making shots. He was doing all this. Kobe, wrapping around the back.
Kobe.
Kobe was like finessing stuff. The thing
Mm,
about
Miss
this
Kobe.
is, God, rest in peace, Kobe. God dang, such an
That's very
excellent
good.
player. The thing about this and LeBron James is this.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James is like almost Shaquille O'Neal size. And he's a little bit more agile than Shaquille O'Neal.
He's not Shaquille O'Neal
You can't.
size.
Okay, but he's big, way bigger than Kobe. He's way bigger than Jordan. If you look at Kobe, if you look at Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, it's like those little dolls, the little stackable dolls. Like,
Okay, he's a
oh,
big guy,
he's a big,
but
right.
Shaq was like,
Nobody is going to defend that Mack truck coming through the paint. Is he good? I mean, I don't know.
that's a lot to move around.
I mean, it's a lot to move around.
That's a lot for him to move around too,
It
like to
is.
have that control and to, I mean, he's in great shape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shaq was probably in good shape too. You can't play that long and not be in good shape, but he was also very roundish.
Round. Right. I'm just saying, I, I'm like, you gotta work for it. That's what I'm saying for like, so LeBron, I think he does work for it, but he's not, I don't find him to be so spectacular because it's like me playing basketball with eighth graders.
You think Steph Curry's a better player than LeBron?
I see, I'm a mental person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a brute, like force type of person.
Mm-hmm. I'm here. I'm with you.
Steph Curry, he shoots three. Steph Curry became a 3-point shot. Like
Mm-hmm.
he is a 3-point shot. That's how he got it. Like nobody can shoot from the arc like this guy. If he became the 3-point shot.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a hard time being a
Mm-hmm.
super fan of the 12th grader that's playing basketball with the
Mm-hmm.
kindergartners. Who would
Yeah, I hear you.
guard you? Okay, so his
I'm
kid.
with you.
All
But
right,
this is my point though. It's like, I just don't think it bodes well for either of them. I think you know what it is? This is what happened. This is what happened. They were gassing it up so much about them being on the same team.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just got, it's not even an L. Like, first of all, to have a father and son in the NBA at the same time,
First time in.
dude, first time, like that is a huge accomplishment. Like,
Yeah,
take your victory lap and
right.
chill. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like I think because they were doing the commercials and gassing it up so much in their own minds,
Yeah, yeah.
it's fucking with them that he's not playing. And so
Right,
it's like all these people are looking at us and
right.
I'm not playing and you're playing and I'm not, or I'm playing and you're not. And then it's created this false sense of like, give a fuck. No one cares. I mean, it's like no one cares, man. It's cool. I'm the fact that the both of y'all even in the NBA together, you should be like, go sit down. Like, where's your dad? Where's your son? What's your son doing?
Right,
If
right,
anybody had something to
right,
say, that's all I
right.
would say. You don't need to now force him on the ball court
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. But that's the thing about it, right?
It's okay.
The parent-child thing, and what I don't like about it is I think that he's doing that because I think he's doing it because sometimes we start to imitate what we see,
Hmm.
and I think that's part of the problem with the world is that it's like the abused turn out to be abusers, right? And
Hmm.
I think that LeBron working for the Lakers, being the big show, and he might not necessarily see it on the team, but he sees the privilege put people in places. It's like, oh, now that I'm privileged, I'm going to do what I have to do I'm going to try to bend the rules because I'm privileged. And
Yeah.
because I'm the privileged one, so I'm going to try to bend the rules, right? And
I
part of,
just think that sucks though.
yeah, it does suck. I mean, it sucks because it's not the right way to be. Like, you should just be happy that your kid had a moment with you on the court.
And what more importantly to me is like the moment's not over. Y'all just got to the he just got to the league, man. Like give him a minute. You know what I mean? Like I just think it's just
For him to
I will
develop.
never support support the mindset of like forcing my will on talent. Like I'm a part of this like digital marketing competition and there's these other judges, right? Way more successful than me. I mean, these guys are like knocking down $1 million contracts a month, right?
Right.
I'm little nobody,
Right.
Peep Squeak. However, Peep Squeak is undefeated. Y'all haven't beat me yet. So there's that. And so you go into this competition this year, right? I'm
Okay.
undefeated.
Okay.
So you go into this competition
You
this
always
year,
go ahead.
and now certain coaches are trying to like force their will on like, hint to the judge, they might have had a relationship with the judges. So they're kind of like posting more than they've ever posted about their final team and like
Oh,
the, you know what I'm saying? Doing all this extra stuff
yeah. Yeah.
because technically, they're not going to do it outright and be like, hey, I'm friends with so and so, one of the judges. They'll just do it, sneakily, like, I'm posting me and my final team. No one else is posting their final team. So that means when the judges see your post, they know who your team was.
Hmm.
So what you think they're gonna vote for your team because because y'all have a relationship? Is that what you're trying to make happen? Like you're trying to force your will over talent. And that's my problem with the whole LeBron situation. It's
Right.
not the fact that he's a dad and he wants to see his son thrive and all that. Of course. But why are you forcing your will over natural talent? Either he has the natural talent to be on the court, which he should earn, and honestly, any self-respecting basketball player like himself, I mean, how would he feel being awarded anything knowing he didn't even deserve to be there? There's people who are better than him, and literally in basketball, it's like a limitation to
I
how many
mean,
people
his
can
own
be on the
brother, to be
court.
honest, his own brother, they say, is
Phenomenal.
phenomenal. And I mean, they say
Yeah.
this guy is like, he is the real deal. But because he's Bronny, the second, the oldest child, they're
That's a
putting
lot
a
of
spotlight.
pressure.
It is a lot of pressure on him. But they say that he's
He's
performing
in the
well.
fucking NBA, man.
But
Damn.
they say he's performing well on the minor league. Like he's doing a good job down there on the minor league so he can grow. And I think that is, and someone even said that affirmative, just to go back real quick, someone even said like affirmative action, whew, in the DEI
Mhm.
actually was more detrimental to African Americans, somebody, I remember it was on NPR or something, more detrimental to African Americans because our families promoted us to go away from our community
Communities. I've
because
been saying that for a long
for
time.
for the sake of earning more, living in a nicer neighborhood, whatever the reason may be. And even in civil rights, I always say we never ask for integration. We always
Mm-hmm.
ask for equality. We didn't
Mm-hmm.
need to integrate, and we definitely
Mm-hmm.
didn't need to assimilate like
Mm-hmm.
we have. And so when you force that on LeBron or you force it on your child to be in an atmosphere, because one thing that they were saying, the one point that he was making is that when the kids, like, so for me, for example, when I went to my HBCU,
Mm-hmm.
I was the president of an organization. I was on the volleyball team. I was active. I had great grade. I graduated with honors,
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to the University of Texas. Did I deserve to be there?
Yes.
I mean, okay, great. I've never been an A student, but I did all right. I managed to get through
You
it. I
graduated.
graduated,
You deserve to be there.
but I deserve to be there. And I also think that I put in a different kind of effort. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
fortunate enough to go inside of myself and be authentic in the spaces that I was in. And I think my professors there, I wasn't just an African American child, that woman that got an opportunity to come and then got there and then failed miserably. I
Mm-hmm.
thrived because I only had my authenticity to
Mm-hmm.
give. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you don't have that authenticity that you can give, and you get caught up in assimilating to other cultures, the culture that you're in, because you don't have an identity of your own, right? And I think
1000%.
that's why I have never been as successful in, like, I'm like Bronny, like
Mm-hmm.
my dad. I mean, minus the okay.
Rich dad, rich NBA father
Well,
figure.
technically, not really, because see, my parents thrived in corporate. They did very
Mm-hmm.
well. Both my
Mm-hmm.
mom and dad was on
No,
that.
I was joking. I was saying literally the rich NBA father.
Right, minus the right.
But
But
no, yeah, yeah, they thrive. Yeah.
they thrived in that area, and so when I finally
Mm-hmm.
had a chance to like get into corporate,
Mm-hmm. It was like, this ain't for me.
where do I fit in? Because I'm authentic. They like, oh, you got to know how to play the game. What do you mean? What is this game? What is this?
Man, I don't want to do that.
What
I
is
just want to work. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to
create?
do my job. I enjoy
Exactly.
my job. I don't want
Exactly.
to play these politic crap y'all got going on. Like, just chill. It's not even necessary. The politicking that happens in corporate America, it's completely insecurity driven. It
Oh,
has nothing to
100%.
do with
A
anything
hundred percent.
ever.
100%. Like I've
It's all about ego.
all about it. 100%. Like I've seen people say, "Oh, well, we can't promote this person because we don't know anything about him." It's like, but do you not see the numbers? Like his not like I've been in positions where I've been an advocate for someone, but the establishment, it's like we don't really know him. We don't
It's
really.
because they doing some shady stuff and they like, is he gonna run and tell or not?
Is he gonna make us feel? Is he gonna be make us
Is
feel?
when we're doing coke in the bathroom, is he gonna be standing there looking at us like, now
Or
y'all
we're
know y'all not
screwing
supposed to be
each
doing
other
coke?
when we're married in real life, but we go on
Exactly. Is he gonna
the
tell my
company
wife?
trip. When we go on the company trip, is he going to judge me because I'm sneaking down the hall to go screw my coworker and my wife and kids are in the next hotel over? Like,
That's what it is.
and that's it's like what the fuck?
They
I'm
be on that weird stuff.
weird
Like,
shit, and we don't even be on
ain't
that
got nothing to do with work.
nothing,
Ain't got nothing to do with work
nothing,
at all.
nothing.
But no, I mean, I feel like the whole thing, they're gonna see. So just like the administration, they're going to see how ridiculous this looks. LeBron going to see how ridiculous this looks.
Well,
Same thing with the administration. They're gonna see this we got to pull back. This is looking ridiculous. We've got to fix this.
Well, that's why they put Bronny in the B League, because this is the audacity, and this is what happened when you
What
don't.
is the B League? There's a B League for
It's
NBA?
like a little like a minor, minor league baseball. They have minor league whatever. So it's like a.
Wait, he's not in the NBA anymore?
I mean, he's in like the NBA B.
Did they create this for him?
No, no, no.
I've never heard of this
There's a
before.
league. It's like a B. Me either. I didn't even. Maybe they did.
They created this for him, you know that,
They
right?
may have
Because
created a.
when did this happen? When did this start? This year? How
I've never seen,
coincidental.
but don't they have like the.
No, not for basketball. It's called college. No, that does not exist. That's not a real thing. Mm-mm.
So
This is created. I just feel like what does Bronny want to do? You know what I'm saying? If he wants to play basketball, okay,
I
great.
think the kid
Go play
plays ball.
basketball.
I
Or
think he
does
plays
he?
ball.
I don't get the vibe that he wants to be a forever basketball player though.
You don't.
I get the vibe that he wants to be like I was watching the commercial
Yeah.
that they had together,
Yeah.
and you know I'm very intuitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
100%.
I'm watching the commercial and I see like it's LeBron pulls up in the car and all these balls fall out and blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah.
I see the sparkle with LeBron in that environment, in that
Yeah.
space of
Yeah.
like acting and being on. I don't see that sparkle with Bronny. Like, I don't believe that is his, like, I want to be a star. I mean, I don't know. I don't
I
know that
think the
neither
kid
one
just
of
wants
these
to play
men.
basketball. Like he just wants to play.
Like,
But
maybe he wants to be like a basketball coach. Like, he loves basketball. He loves the sport, but he really is just not the
a
star
superstar.
player.
But
He's a great strategist and whatever. Who
I mean,
knows?
he
I don't
didn't
know.
come. Yeah. But I also think it might be a little scary from LeBron's perspective. I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, because like, look at Kobe Bryant, right? Kobe
Mm-hmm.
Bryant was a huge basketball player, huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that the community hasn't rallied around Vanessa and the kids, but when he died,
Mm-hmm.
like there was his children. So I think there's another side to it of like this man knows that there's a time limit that money has to be spent and he has to take care of his family and they could be rich forever. But if something, I mean, get the money while you can. Go, I'm not saying he's right, but I'm saying from LeBron's perspective, who is highly competitive and he's a Capricorn, so he always wants to win. I think he's like I know that even if you don't want to be super passionate about this, maybe, this is something that they agreed on as a family that he would do. Like we don't know the conversations that happen around the table with Savannah and the kids. Like we don't know their situation. He could
Mm-mm.
literally have to work. And this is the best thing for him to do to make as much money as he can. Because he's making $7 million a year.
Who?
Little Bronny.
He's making $7 million. If you don't know, child, that's 1 year. All I need is 1 year. I'm good. I'm retiring.
But you're good if you're Tennille and you're not
Oh, I'm not LeBron's son.
you ain't
Well, I
LeBron's son.
mean,
Shit,
here's
I'm
the thing.
good for a third of the season. If you get
I'm just saying, like, you're making 7 million. That's my point too about this money stuff. Like, we are so focused on the wrong things. That goes back to my whole point about old girl who was like so in love with brand names and you work for branding. Like, you literally come up with
get
brand
high on
names.
your own supply.
Like, what the so it's like that's why I've been saying about the whole like people are so focused on money and like the doctors now
Yeah,
are like, well, in order to have a conversation about your prescription, you need to make an appointment so I can bill your insurance,
yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
Why do you made $7 million and you not this is not I'm not saying this is his perspective, but if I made $7 million at anything, I'll be like, God is amazing. I mean, if I made $7, God is always amazing, but
That is amazing.
God is amazing. I'm going to peace out on y'all. My dad is an amazing businessman. I'll just go work for one of his little businesses.
But
This
that's
man
what
got schools all over the place. He got all these things going on. Don't force this child into being a basketball player when I
I mean,
mean, if he wants to play the B League, then great, let him play the B League.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
don't pull so much attention to it.
yeah.
I honestly, I mean, as much as I love all things sports or whatever, I mean, I'm not the biggest like sports advocate. I don't really care unless I care. But
Shout out to volleyball. Go ahead.
yeah, volleyball's awesome.
Yeah,
But it's like, don't bring so much attention to yourself either. Like
it's the
if you're
ego.
feeling insecure about the fact that your son's not playing,
Shut up.
maybe don't talk about him not playing so much.
Well, I think
Maybe don't also cause news headlines about you not playing because he's not playing. Like maybe I'll just
Read the room. Like,
Right. Just maybe just let everyone figure it out on their own. Like, wait, I thought Bronny, is
it's
Bronny playing anymore? Is he not playing? Oh,
right,
anyway, game started.
right.
Like,
Be
don't
quiet.
talk
It's the
about it.
ego. It's the ego. It's the
Don't
ego.
talk about it.
Don't talk about it. Don't
Yeah,
just
that was a good. I enjoyed that though.
quietly into the night. Don't talk about it.
Yeah. So the little one is a good player. The little one's very tall too.
He is. He outgrew his brother. Like they had like a TikTok and they showed him like growing up.
Hmm. He's
Pretty
very
big.
tall.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, everything's not for everybody.
No, I just think that it's such an and then he steps to Stephen A. Smith and
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
keep my son's name out your mouth. And I'm
Oh, come
like,
on, man. Come on. It's
it's
such a good opportunity to like,
rise above.
yeah, it's just like, well, number one, if you was on that path, sometimes you could get caught up though. That's why I was saying, like, I bet you they got caught up, especially LeBron. He had that ego, that NBA 50,000, most this, top that, blah, blah, blah. That ego set in, and he's like doing all these commercials with his son and hyping it up. Like, I'm about to be in the league with my son, and I'm doing interviews about me and my son being in the NBA together. And then your son ain't in the NBA no more. He's like in the B League. It's like,
I mean, they've all he's I think what hurts is that he's all there's all he's
but no
I
one
think for him
cares.
to be the superstar that he is, he's always been criticized more than anybody else. Like
Mhm.
they've always kind of given him like not
Shit.
shit, either because of his hairline or that he wasn't
Which
consistent.
you would think if he doesn't cry about that, it's like, now why are you getting upset about this? You approaching people on this, like, come on, like you really could let this go. Let it all go.
Right.
Honestly, you shouldn't have even said nothing about him not playing. Just let that. I mean, look at us. I
Mhm.
don't even watch basketball and I'm talking about it. Now, would I be talking about it if he didn't go through all these steps to get his son to be playing with
Exactly.
him? I
Exactly.
wouldn't even be talking about
You
it.
wouldn't be talking about it.
But that's exactly what I was saying earlier too. You in the CEOs and all that, you think you're doing something right and you're being self-serving and it comes right back around and it bites
Bite
you
you.
right in the
Yep.
ass.
It
So
does.
now what you really want, what he really wanted
Right.
was just for it to just be like, you know what, it's all good. It don't even matter. We love the Jameses. We love Bronny. We love,
I mean, just
LeBron.
support him.
And we just want to
Just
see them both be successful no matter
yeah, no
what they
matter where
do.
they
No matter
are.
if LeBron, no matter if Bronny quits NBA altogether and becomes a dentist, we still gonna ride for him. Like that's who the people are, but you're trying to force us into this like, and now we're
Accepting
just
yourself.
like, we don't
Ew.
give a shit.
Right, right.
We didn't even care to start.
And
We
it makes
really didn't care to start with.
one of the good things that Stevens did say is that it makes Bronny, it takes away from because suppose like I'm a real good coach, like Phil Jackson
Mhm,
comes in, then
mhm,
you are trying to coach Bronny, but you don't want to deal with LeBron coming to the practice talking shit like, oh, you're not getting, you don't want to deal with it. So then his he has arrested development because you're
mhm,
being so overbearing and you're creating an environment that is not conducive for him to actually grow, but it stagnates him because nobody is going to want to pour into him because you're there trying to manipulate the way things are going, and it
mhm.
just hurts him, which sucks.
Yeah, it does. I just say live and let live. Like
Yeah.
it goes back to don't force that talent, man. Like it is what it is. Don't force your will over the talent.
Right. I mean, look at T.I.'s
If it's meant
son.
to be, it will show up and it will be just fine.
Exactly.